Bobby Bones Show now.
Garth Brooks.
Here he is. Good to see you again, my friend.
Thank you very much.
How are you? How you been?
Better than I deserve, man. And this year has started off fast and continues to pick up pace. So I'm doing great.
I'm always interested on the dive bar tour that you're doing. You must love to do that.
It's a blast.
Because, and there's such a juxtaposition between the two types of shows you're doing. Because you're doing dive bar shows, and then you're out playing stadiums. So you're getting the best of both worlds, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. And now with the new stage, Front Row's 360. So you're playing in a stadium, you got people at your feet, you look, there's people exactly in the same place behind you. So now you're running back and forth. And what it did for me, what I found out in Detroit, and I learned by getting my butt kicked there, was it turned 70,000 people into a dive bar. So there's a franticness of a dive bar that you don't have to run around like the stadiums, but now that franticness is in the stadium. So this is getting good really, really quick. It's a blast.
So your stage is in the middle now, like what they would call in the round.
Kind of, yeah. But we still about the 30-yard line of the 40 because it's nice to at least have a majority of them in one area that you can call around. But now that the stage is totally flat, we're starting to creep out to the center of the stadium now. Yeah, you can feel it.
Do you have to run around, or does the stage turn?
No. This is Fat Boy Slim's workout right here. This is don't get a gym membership. Go to a Garth concert. That's a thing.
So you just run around the whole time, and you try to make sure everybody gets to see the front.
Yeah, I wanna see everybody. That's my favorite thing, because in that second or two that you're looking, they are telling you 1,000 times over, my mom raised me on your stuff. Or they're saying, thank you, man, I got through the military, my time in the military, to your stuff. You can see all the things that they got going out there and what the song means to them. And man, if you don't have time for that or don't want to hear 70,000 individual stories every night, don't go out there, because it's awesome.
Garth Brooks is here right now. What if you have to go to the bathroom in the middle of that stage?
Nothing applies. You know this. When you're on stage and it's happening, you're not even sure your feet's touching the ground. So as far as going to the bathroom, you can stay out there for 24 hours and never have to go to the bathroom, man.
In the NFL, they'll put a tent up, Garth. I'm just giving you a tip in case you have to go. Maybe you need like one of those little tents you throw up real quick.
You know what? I didn't think about that.
You pee in there. Would you ever pee in your pants if you had to and keep playing?
No.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't.
Would you ever wear a diaper? I mean,
great question.
Astronauts.
Like if maybe you're a little sick.
It depends.
Okay. It depends.
Thank you very
I got
much.
It depends.
I was waiting for it to get to that
Thank
side
you.
of the room.
That was a joke.
I got it.
The Garth Brooks
Pretty bad
Stadium
when you have to
tour.
explain them.
The next two concerts are sold out, which is in Charlotte at Bank of America Stadium. Sold out, 74,000 tickets in 90 minutes. And here's what I heard, that it would sell out even faster, but people put tickets on hold and other people can't get them until they realize. So it's just like it would sell out so much faster, but people like grabbing tickets so fast that some of the tickets you don't even know are open or not.
Yeah, and for some reason it's legal. I don't know why, but they flush the system with bots. Scalpers do, which sucks because I think scalping should be, that should be a reason enough for the death penalty for me. And so it gets in the way of the people that really want the tickets. So it's very sweet though. These are the fastest sellouts we've had on the stadium tour so far. And with what happened in Detroit this last week, it's just telling me that this whole thing is just really starting to bubble and really starting to wake up, which makes me excited, scared, all the good things at once.
I was watching the country music documentary when it came out, and at the very end of it, it kind of ends on your explosion. And what I thought was nuts, which I didn't know, and I consider myself one of your biggest fans, that the Dallas shows, when you just, hey, let's just do more shows, because, and what was the reason that you had to add shows there? I know they sold out, but was there some other, the tickets were?
The fourth show was a free show because of scalping.
That's what it was.
Yeah. And so, we went to D.C. trying to figure out how to beat scalping, but it's just such a big moneymaker for everybody. So on that one, we just said, hey, man, we're just going to put on a free show for anybody that just doesn't want to pay scalping.
Free show.
That's crazy.
It was sweet.
Dallas Stadium. Like 50, 60,000 people for free.
It was a blast. They were very sweet. We got to do all the cleanups and everything, the songs that we didn't maybe get during the three real ones. So we worked them like rented mules, but they were having a blast. It was fun.
When that first popped for you, whenever it was, you went from humongous country star to the biggest pop star, country star, everything all at once. Could you feel that happening, or were you so inside of it that you kind of couldn't see what everybody else was seeing because you were working so hard?
Well, also what you're talking about is opinion. So I've got my opinion who the greatest country artist is, and for me it's George Strait. Haggard is the greatest ever walked, so you're never going to put your name with those guys. Ledoux, Whitley, Randy Travis, those guys. So it's fun to just to get to stand shoulder to shoulder with them, but I don't know if you ever really knew. Maybe Central Park. Maybe when you looked up and saw the crowd, maybe something went across your head like something might be happening here. It was. I think most of all, you're just having fun. You're just playing. What people think of you or what the names that they're going to put on you, they're going to put on you. You don't have anything to do with that. So just enjoy it. Have fun.
When you swing on the rope at Central Park, are you somehow connected to that so you don't fall? Or are you just going?
If you talk about flying over Texas Stadium, they have rules like the FAA has rules that it has to have so much weight per wire, and if one wire snaps, it'll still hold your weight on the other one. But just to make sure, I lost about 50 or 60 pounds for that show because I just didn't want to try anything. But it was fun, something I'll never do again. Seeing Gaga do it at the halftime show was cool. And I think I liked her outfit a lot better than mine. She went flying in.
And I'm not even talking about the wire, but just you jumping on the rope.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you swinging on the rope.
Yeah, you just let it go.
You
let
just
it rip.
go. What if you fall, though?
I have. Landed in the crowd.
You've
People are
fallen
so
off
sweet.
the rope?
Oh, sure. I've fallen off the ladder. Always. I mean, John McBride, Martina's husband, and he's holding the bottom of the ladder when I fall on the East Coast. And I fall all the way down past the stage, past the base stage, and onto the concrete floor right on my back. And you get up because your adrenaline's going, and you go out there about 2 o'clock in the morning. It starts to catch up with you, and your crew loves you so much. We go into York, Pennsylvania the next day, and at the bottom of the ladder, there it is, a chalk outline with a headset microphone. They really they worry about me.
But why were you going up a ladder?
It's a
part of the-
stupid song, and the crowd is going somewhere, and I see it hanging over there, and I think I can make that ladder from here. I think I can make it.
I gotcha.
And I did. I remember it being in my hands. I remember everything being fine. Then the next thing I know, everybody was going up.
That would be so cool to have you land on me, though, in the crowd.
Yeah.
Not at this weight, it wouldn't be good.
I was at a Knicks game, and one of the players fell in my lap. And I didn't want to let him go. I thought it was so cool. He fell in. I was like, no, you stay right here with me.
Did anybody get a pick?
That's it. Anything goes in the crowd, you get to keep.
Garth Brooks is here. Big news announced yesterday. You are going to receive the coveted Icon Award at the 2020 Billboard Music Awards. Only been 8 other artists ever to receive the honor. So, first of all, congratulations on that.
Thank you, and thank you for it. I mean, if you look at those names, none of them are country. So this is a reflection of the country music radio charts, which is you guys and the country music audience. So thank you for it. It's pretty cool to look at the list of decades that you can pull songs from, and thank you for that.
Cincinnati is sold out, 70,000 tickets in 75 minutes. The stadium tour, you add more shows to this?
In the next month, we'll announce probably 2 of the biggest historic events in our career. So we're really
the moon?
excited.
Garth plays the moon?
Wow.
Tell me that wouldn't be a show.
I'm going to
Let's
tell you
go.
right now, I'm going to go cooler than that.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's sweet. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It'll really enhance and just kind of keep up with the level of stadium shows. And we're going to keep the dive bars going. Just had fun with that.
You made history this year as the first artist to make it on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart, 80s, 90s, 0s, 10s, and 20s. I want to ask you one question about each decade. You okay with this?
Yeah.
The 80s. How much, if you remember, in the 80s, did you get on your first check as an artist when you finally got paid?
Well, you got a signing bonus as being an artist. It's $10,000. More money than I'd ever seen in my life. The biggest job I ever had, I made $9,000 a year up to that point. So to get it all in one check was pretty amazing. And I guess that's what I remember of the money at that point. The initial shipment of the original Garth Brooks album was under 20,000 units, so it wasn't a big, massive shipment. So all I remember pretty much is just playing from bar to bar to bar to bar and just having a great time.
In the 90s, I'm going to ask you, what was it like hosting SNL for the first time?
It was fun. You didn't know how much they were going to require of you, and you get their money, they won't let you go. But they set you up on a tee. You get to have fun. And
who was on that with you? Do you remember any of the SNL folks, the big ones back in the day?
Yeah, well, Will Ferrell, we did the Devil. Fred's got slack, said the Devil's a songwriter trying to write a song, so I'm trying to help him out. It's fun. Then they had Mango on there as well. So it's just a lot of fun. And when you get to be the artist, you don't have to host. So when you get to be the artist, trying to think of the big guy that played Roseanne's husband.
John Goodman.
John Goodman was the guy there. He was great, larger than life, but all those guys were all sweet to me.
In the 2000s, you started this decade by announcing your retirement. The day you were announcing it, what was going through your head?
Oh, it was Bob Doyle and Kelly was the tour manager at that point. We're both walking down the hall, and both of them are going, man, surely you can think of another word other than retirement. Just don't say retirement. But I didn't know how to explain I was going to go away. And the crazy thing was, when you first said it, people would approach you and go, I hear you're going into retirement. Or they'll come up a year later, how's retirement? And then I'm in the grocery store one day, and this kid comes up to me. He goes, man, I'm 18. I didn't get to see. I wasn't old enough to see you. Are you ever going to come out of retirement so I can see you live? And I went home and told Tricia. I said, today's the first day that I think that word is finally sinking in. And so it was cool that he said that, but it was really cool to come to this town and announce coming out of retirement to start the Steve Wynn, to work for Steve for 4 years while my babies finished college, and then it would start the comeback tour.
Which leads me to my question about the 2010s. You're doing these Las Vegas shows. What did you learn or what did you rediscover about yourself as an artist as you were doing these shows?
The songs is what I rediscovered. You can ask the band. The band came out one show out of those 4 years, and we played it, and the songs made the leap of time. Garth Brooks can be an older artist, but the music, call him Baton Rouge when you hear it, and I'll swear to the Bible on this one. We Shall Be Free, That Summer, Beaches of Cheyenne, they get better responses now than they ever did in the 90s or 2000s. So it's neat. And thank God now Alan Reynolds for the song choices that they made.
Final question in this little segment here. Garth Brooks, do you have a storage unit that just has your trophies? Like, do you have a whole warehouse of nothing but all the Garth trophies?
No, it's humbling to be Mr. Yearwood because awards are for those people that perfect the art, pretty much. And everybody in this room will agree that she's one of the greatest female singers of any genre. So there is a stack of Grammys that mine pales in comparison to. So until that changes, we will not fly any awards, her or me, in the house until hopefully I can pass her. Then we'll fly all the awards.
I do want to bring up, and we're going to talk about Dive Bar in a second because we're going to play it. We're going to play it all morning. But before I get into the newest song, I want to ask about Much Too Young to Feel This Damn Old. True or false that they didn't make that song a number one because the word damn was in it?
No, they didn't make that song number one because another artist on Capitol, they had to trade out to get them to where they needed, which is fine with me. I love that artist and worship that artist. And but the crazy thing was, what surprised them and all of us is they thought they would lose 30-something stations. They only lost 3 stations on it. So that song still to this day, that's one of those ones that you just go, dang, that song has legs as well. So that was fun, and it was cool. It kind of introduced you in the business. I thought in this business what happens is someone's going to call and go, your song's number one this week, and you go out in the yard and you scream. But in this business, they kind of know months ahead of time. So I remember If Tomorrow Never Comes was just entering the 30s when a guy named Paul, he was the radio guy over at Capitol, came to me and says, this is going to be your first number one. I said, how do you know this far out? He says, I couldn't stop this song if I wanted to. So he kind of knew it. So it was the blessing and the curse. You got to know you have a number one, but it was, 4 months later when it happened, but it was pretty sweet.
All right, Garth Brooks is here. We have Raymundo. Can you hit the clip? We're going to do one more thing here.
Hot Takes with Garth Brooks.
All right, this will be a quick yes or no, quick answer. Hot Takes with Garth Brooks. Toilet paper, over or under?
Over.
Nice. Can you recline your seat on the airplane without getting in trouble?
Oh, yes. It's my plane.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
Got him.
When you button up a shirt, do you button it top to bottom or bottom to top?
Ooh, that's a good one. I got to tell you, I start in the middle. I know that's crazy. You just go up and down.
You go middle
I
up to middle down?
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you call it a button up or a button down?
Usually call it a Wrangler.
I guess it's your shirt. You call it whatever you want.
Shirt.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Is cereal soup?
No.
Morning showers or night showers? Which
Yes.
do you prefer?
Both. Yeah.
At
Both,
what age
please.
should a kid be allowed a cell phone?
It's what it's used for. I don't know. It's tough. Our kids got cell phones when they went into 5th grade, but it was back then you could just program what was in it, and they just had 2 numbers. They had their mom's and they had mine in it. That's all they could use.
And finally, does ranch dressing belong on pizza?
Yes, it do.
Yeah.
It belongs on everything. Kidding me?
All right, Garth Brooks is here. Let's talk about Dye Bar. By the way, I saw I was watching the video the other day. Robert Deaton's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Who he said you did a great job directing the video.
It was fun. Deaton was there to kind of, he had the net out to help you. And there was 2 or 3 times I fell flat on my face and he saved me. So it was fun to get to direct that with him. Learned a lot.
He's bragging on you. He was talking about how good a job you were doing at that, and he really wasn't needed that much.
It's fun, man. It's you know what you want, and if you hire the right people that can get it to you, then all you got to do is watch it on the screen. But hats off to the band. They thought they were going to be there for an hour. They were there for all night long. They were there till 2 or 3 in the morning, and they were underwater. I got a picture. There 80-something tanks they went through, so they were under there a lot, and so it turned out really good.
Congratulations. We're going to play the song now. You're doing the Dye Bar tour. You're playing stadiums. Apparently, you're going to do a show on another planet or another time. He found a time machine. He's going to go back to like the 1800s to play or something.
All of that stuff is going to fit this next announcement. Yes, that's going to be good. It's its own place, its own time. Trust me.
Do you under the ocean? Like I don't know.
I know.
what
I
Garth
literally
would
thought that under the water,
Yeah.
in the sea.
Kind of already did that with Dye Bar. I wouldn't want to put the crowd through that as well.
We're waiting. We'll wait. Here is Garth Brooks, Dye Bar. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. Love having
Love
you.
you, pal.
Couldn't
Thank
get
you
enough
very
of you. Here he is
much.
Garth Brooks, everybody, and here is Dye Bar on the Bobby Bones Show.